All right, hey guys, it's Alex from Growth Boost here. Excited to be with you. I just got an email that's kind of asking about the software, and I thought it might be a good jump off point to kind of do a quick instruction, not only for the fine gentleman that asked this question, but also for all of you if you get value from this and maybe some quick little kind of sales navigator hacks and stuff like that. So he's looking for a tool to extract leads from Sales Navigator for sales. Um, he says so it would basically be a U.S. state and with some keywords that he would want to pass in. So you'd have purchasing department, purchasing manager, procurement specialist, procurement manager, buyer manager, supply chain sourcing, supply PPE supplies and PPE. Now PPE is personal protective equipment. Okay, so he's looking for somebody that's providing some kind of personal protective equipment, whether that's masks in the current state of the world, or whether that's helmets or safety glasses, could be anything, right? But this is supply chain stuff. So we're looking for, the purchasing departments inside of these PPE companies is what I'm assuming here. So let's go ahead and try it out. So I'm logged into my Growth Boost account. We've got the Google Chrome extension already loaded in. Okay, so you can follow the instructions on this page if you're looking to do this from scratch. We also have a video that teaches this. Feel free to refer to that. So we're going to head over to LinkedIn Sales Navigator. I can do this from the home. You're just going to click All Filters, Lead Filters. Open that up. And yeah, let's start our deal here. So let's look at a couple of things really quick. First off, he's talking, I mean, this is definitely like a supply chain kind of situation. So why don't we first look at industry? And let's see if we can pull up so logistics and supply chain. Okay, so that's there. We do know that. Let's not use that right away. Let's actually use a Boolean search instead. And if you're not familiar with a Boolean search, this is basically LinkedIn and many of the platforms' way of kind of allowing you to do deeper searches, than just a keyword. Okay, so let's go ahead and create some parentheses. Okay, and inside those parentheses, we're going to say PPE or we can do or, um, and they do a capitalist or, let's see, supply chain. He's saying so personal protective equipment or supply chain. Okay, let's just start with that. Okay, and then we can go and. Okay, so this first, if there's some kind of keyword signifier that's letting us know it's a supply chain or PPE, and then let's go ahead. What did he mention? The buying manager, purchasing department. Okay, or purchaser, or let's see what was the other one. Procurement specialist. Okay, let's grab one more, two more here. Buying manager. Let's do buyer and sourcing. And let's do one more. Buying manager, supply chain, blah, blah, procurement. I don't know that we did purchaser. Oh, yeah, we did do purchasing. Purchasing department. Buying manager. Why not? Okay, so we've got that in there. Let's go ahead and end that parentheses and let's do a search. Okay, so we got 1,588,000. That's too much. Okay, that's way too much. So we want to narrow that down. Okay, and the way we can do that is first by specifying some job titles, so or seniority levels at very least. So I'm imagining we're talking about sort of between senior manager up to director, and I would even go as far as VP right at the top. Okay, so still a million things. And again, we don't have a totally clear situation here on what exactly we're looking for. It's also U.S. Geography and to the United States. Okay, 387,000. All right, it's interesting. Let's just see what we pop up with when we do the search. Okay. So procurement, supply chain business leader, supply chain fleet manager, manager, supply chain Uh, Source supply chain manager. So, you know, again, I don't know if this is, you know, exactly what he would be looking for, but is definitely a very comprehensive list so far of with directors of global supply chain, you know, sourcing and supply chain consultants. You know, maybe we don't want consultants, so we may want to say we're gonna say and sorry and not and put some parentheses and then we can say consulting or consultant or um, independent um, or agency. I don't know, something like this, right? Where we kind of are thinning it down. And so now we'll see that a couple of these have been removed, right? So now we just lost, you know, all these guys that's in consulting in their thing. So this is just a really quick way that, you know, just a really quick example of how you can do this. Now, you know, there's obviously going to be maybe other ways to find these people, like maybe they're part of an association, maybe there's a trade show, you know, even in the current climate, you know, maybe there was a trade show that was very prevalent in that industry. I think you're looking at the target here. Maybe there's, you know, there's many different kinds of ways, I guess, that you could find people in this kind of space that are exactly what you're looking for. And then you actually could, you know, target them by company, you could target them by name. You could do pretty much anything you wanted here where you could find those exact people or those exact positions in the company. Because I always recommend reaching out to multiple people within the company to try to get a referral within the company and things like that, especially in cases like this where they seem like pretty big organizations. There also may be a kind of a company size here that we're looking to get. You know what I mean, and include. So, you know, company headcount might really help us here. I see that there's 20,000 of these that are, you know, 5,000 to 10,000 employees, and there's about 9,000 that are in that 1 to 10. So, you know, for instance, self-employed and 1 to 10, right? We could exclude those, if you know what I'm saying. Whoops. So go back to that. So let's just grab all the ones that we do want then. Get something like this, right? So now we've only got companies of that size. Now we've got about 180,000 results that we've come up with. Again, you know, it can just get deeper and deeper and deeper in these things. You know, we also got function. You know, here's purchasing. I mean, there you go. That's kind of 63,000. Okay, so we're getting more deep into this right here. So I think this search would be pretty good. And then to actually export this search with Growth Boost, you know, you would just go ahead to this emails extractor. Here it is in Growth Boost. You would go to LinkedIn extract emails. You would go to my lists, and then you create a new list. You could you know, create a new list. Call it like PPE purchasers, something like this. So you got this now. You'd have to reload this page now to get this to show up. So we can just do that because this is all saved here. So you're not going to lose anything if you reload this page. So you'll see. So we got, and you see what we're doing here. I mean, it's really basic. We just, you know, we've even found a function here that really works for this application. But finding the seniority level, making sure that they're the right person to talk to, or doing a segmentation situation here where you can exclude people. Doing a head count, making sure these people aren't like independent practitioners or something. You know, it's not going to get target for this. And including the geography that we're looking for, including and then doing a Boolean keyword search. Okay, now this is just really extremely powerful stuff. We come down here to emails extractor. Go ahead and choose our PPE purchasers, and you just click this button, and it's just going to start to output, you know, one by one, all the contact data that it can pull from around the internet and through Sales Navigator to get this list built out from this search. And it's just going to go page by page. It'll automatically flip the pages for you, and it'll just export that whole thing. We recommend not to do more than, you know, 1,000 scrapes, 1,000 exports within about 2 hours, hour to 2 hours. So I would, you know, be careful about flagging LinkedIn's, you know, limits. We do load externally as a Chrome extension and all that stuff. So it's, you know, behavior is randomized. So we're not, you know, putting your profile at risk, but just make sure you know keep it to a dull roar, so to speak. You know, less than 1,000 scrapes. With you know per hour, I would say, or per every 2 hours. Okay, which I think should be more than enough. Also, just to note, so that's how you work this, and then just to note also, you have your auto connect and visits here that you can also use. So you could easily like you know do this search, do this whole thing, save this search inside of LinkedIn Sales Navigator. You can go ahead and save searches up here, and then you can go ahead and come through and you could go ahead and come through down here to auto connect and visits, right? And then you can actually come here, put a custom message here with some customization, some personalization, and you can go ahead and visit their profile, connect, ask to connect with all these people, or visit and then connect, auto connect with the message, and you can just let this run in this search, and you'll be connecting, basically building out your LinkedIn profile with exactly your target market and exactly who you're looking to sell to, and the problem that you can solve. So I think that gives a pretty good overview. Again, we were looking for, this was our criteria, pretty basic, pretty open-ended criteria. So obviously he's going to have a better idea of, who he's exactly looking for. But this hopefully this gave you a really good overview of just how you can not only use Sales Navigator but also use Growth Boost to kind of enhance your sales prospecting, build these lists, and once you're in here, you can go ahead and download these lists. You can analyze them. They're all verified emails. Many of them are even personal emails, which is not ideal always, but it is extremely safe because we definitely know that's their email to get through to them. So yeah, all that kind of good stuff. And right now we've got Growth Boost growing. We just added the automating the visits and the requests to connect here. So we're adding more of these features every week, and this is just going to be a really amazing tool to help you guys sales prospect. Okay, I hope this was really helpful. You guys have a wonderful day ahead, and thank you for watching.